Hello dear students and welcome to EduTap guys. So guys, I hope your preparations are going well and I hope everyone is giving his or her best. So guys, what we expect for the notifications, as per our assumptions, it would be out around the mid of April. So I think guys, it is high time we started preparing for NABARD. Guys, this session is about strategy for preparation for English part for NABARD Grade A Phase 1. Guys, if you are able to hear me, just give me a thumbs up in the chat box. Good evening, Arnab. Hello, Manisha. Hello, Sagar. Welcome, everyone. So, guys, if you can hear me, just give me a thumbs up in the chat box. And I'm open to any questions or any doubts if you have. Hello, Sagar. Good evening. All right, guys. So let's begin with the session. So, guys, first of all, let's start with the exam pattern, which was taken up by NABARD in the year 2020. So, guys, in phase 1, you have 200 questions, and for 200 questions, you will have 2 hours. That is 120 minutes. So, that is the aggregate time that you will get to crack this exam, right, guys? So basically, if you can understand, there are 3 major verticals of this paper, that is English, ESI and ARD, because these 3 verticals hold 120 marks out of 200, and rest 80 marks are for reasoning, computer knowledge, general awareness and quantitative aptitude. That's also quite important for your preparation, guys. But looking at the major chunk, these are the 3 major subjects that are being questioned in NABARD. That is English, ESI and ARD, guys. Right. So looking at this, your preparation strategy and your attemptation of question should be prepared well. So you should find out your strong topics, your strong subjects, and then work accordingly, guys. Right. So this is the basic, this is the basic pattern of questions that is being given to you in the exam, right? Now, guys, in let's talk about English. Now, out of 40 questions, what type of questions are being given to you in the exam? So you must know that so that you can prepare accordingly, right? That's what we were discussing, Aniket. In English, yes, we will come to that. That which section to focus more, but let's first of all discuss the important aspects of this paper. Now coming to only English. Now guys, in the year 2020, this is the breakdown of questions that were given to the students in the year 2020. So reading comprehension was for 15 marks. Now sentence improvement 5 marks. Cloze test was for 5 marks. Rearrangement or parajumbles, that was for 5 marks. Error detection 5 marks, and miscellaneous questions that were also for 5 marks. So basically, guys, if I can basically figure out the weightage of the verticals, what I understand is grammar is usually, we can divide this paper into 2 verticals. One is grammar. So there are 15 questions which are basically based on grammar. And the other vertical that we can understand is comprehension. Now, under comprehension, you have reading comprehension, cloze test, that is fill in the blanks, and rearrangement, that is for 25 questions. So we can basically segregate our paper into 2 verticals. One is grammar and the other is comprehension, right? So for grammar, you usually get 15 questions, and for comprehension, you usually get 25 questions. So you have to work accordingly, but there is always a catch, guys. Now, what is the catch here? Now, in grammar, basically you won't need a lot of time, because there will be one sentence or a couple of sentences given to you, and you'll have to find the error in the sentence. So grammar portion does not require a lot of time, but it requires a lot of accuracy. because it's quite difficult to find one particular error in a sentence sometimes. So the catch here is you have to be accurate, but it will save your time. Now in comprehension, you can have accuracy if you have a lot of time, but the catch here is, now you can find the right answer from comprehension, you can find the right option from close test, and you can find the right rearrangement, the sequence, but it requires time. That is the catch here, guys, if you understand what I mean. So in the grammar portion, you will not require a lot of time, but what you will require is accuracy. And in comprehension portion, what you can acquire, what you can have is accuracy, but it will require consumption of time. So you have to balance your paper according to that. So I always suggest that you should start with the grammar part, grammatical part, and quickly be done with it. Reason being, because these are short questions, and if out of 15 you are able to score 10, 12 marks, then it gives you a lot of peace of mind that okay, a big chunk of my paper is done. Now I can spend the rest of the time in my other section, that is comprehension section, right? There is no sectional cutoff, Smriti. There is aggregate cutoff in this paper. There is no sectional cutoff as per se. There is an aggregate cutoff of all the subjects, right? So guys, that's what I feel that you should focus upon. All right. So that was that was the pattern that was given in the year 2020, but it may also change. There may be a difference in the number of questions. There may be a scenario that he may give you reading comprehension for 10 marks. Then sentence improvement, 5 questions. Fill in the blanks, instead of 5, he may give you a close test for 10 marks. Rearrangement is usually for 5 marks. Error detection is for 5 marks. And then these 5 miscellaneous questions, they are also basically based on grammar. So sentence improvement, error detection, and miscellaneous questions, these three questions, these 3 parts are based on grammar. And the reading comprehension, it may range from 10 to 15. Fill in the blanks, it may range from 5 to 10, and rearrangement is usually for 5. So there may be a difference in number of questions, but these are the sectional questions that are being given to you in the exam, right? बट बहुत कम रहता है, यस दैट्स व्हाट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट. गुड लक. सेक्शनल कट ऑफ बहुत कम रहता है इसका, सो यू डोंट नीड टू वरी अबाउट सेक्शनल कट ऑफ. आई विल डिस्कस द सेक्शनल कट ऑफ विद यू, बट overall the aggregate cutoff is the real challenge here. Got it? Aggregate cutoff is altogether total cutoff, Mansi. How English section of NABARD as compared to RBI? RBI has very different type of questions, Ankit. RBI does not ask you a lot of grammatical questions. It is more based, it is more inclined towards comprehension and different type of questions. Now, questions in NABARD, they are simpler than RBI, obviously, right? So guys, now many students ask me, sir, how to start preparing for this particular section, English. So I would say these are the topics that you need to focus if you're starting your preparation, and this is the practice session. So I'll discuss it with you. These are some very important questions, very important chapters of grammar that you should cover firsthand. Subject verb agreement, tenses, conditional sentences, preposition, complex preposition, conjunction, advanced verb, synonyms, antonyms, phrasal verbs. Now these are to be taken up very, very carefully. Synonym, antonyms, this is basically vocabulary, but the rest is basically based on your grammar. And this is the other section that we were talking about, which is based on comprehension. That is reading comprehension, close test, which is fill in the blanks, and rearrangement or parajumbles. That's what we call it. So guys, once you've covered these, these two verticals, that is grammar and comprehension, then start with previous year questions. Always prepare from previous year questions first, so that you can get to know the level of questions and the type of questions and the time taken to actually crack the whole paper. So now read previous year questions, study in the given sequence. So you must follow the sequence, guys, because I would always suggest to start with grammar, because grammar is the basics of your language. Unless you are good at grammar, it will be very difficult for you to comprehend something. So start in the sequence. Study from basics, please. Please focus on your basics, because 15 questions are directly based on grammar, and the rest of the questions are somehow, somewhere, or also related to grammar, guys, because whatever you read, it has to be well understood, and if unless and until your grammar is up to the mark, you'll not be able to understand each and everything, right? So start from basics, right? Start from scratch and then build up your concepts, and practice at least 50 questions from every topic. So that is, each and every topic you have to practice at least 50 questions from each and every topic, right? Right, guys. Now, let me show you the type of questions that are given to you in your paper. This is the paper of the year 2018. So, I'll discuss with you what type of questions were given to you, and then you can get a better idea of what type of questions or what type of paper is being usually thrown at you. So, it started from a reading comprehension, a rearrangement. So, first ones were on rearrangement of sentences. So you were given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sentences, and you had to rearrange them to form a proper sequence. So that was rearrangement of sentences, or parajumbles as we call it. I know, Arnab, RBI surprised everyone this time. Appropriate time allocation for English, Sonali, out of 120 minutes, I think 25 minutes are ample for English, because rest 15 minutes for your ARD and ESI. So that is 55 minutes, and rest 65 minutes you can spend for your reasoning, your quant, your current affairs, your computer knowledge, and your the other part. So the rest 4 topics should be taken up that way, right? So okay, let's look at the paper first, and then I'll take up Aarti. I'll take up your questions at the end of the session. Let me just finish off with the previous year paper. So first 5 questions were on rearrangement. Then there was a passage. You can look at the passage and the level of the passage. We will provide you the PDF of this session, so you can get to know the level of questions. Now, based on this reading comprehension, then there were, I think, 10 questions on reading comprehension. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There were 6 factual questions, right? 6 questions which were based on factual information that was given in the passage, and rest 4 questions, which is 72, 73, 74, and 75. They were based on your vocabulary. So 6 questions on fact and 4 questions on vocabulary. They had given you the bold word, and you had to find the correct synonym or antonym based on the passage, right? Then moving on, then there were error detection questions. This number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. These 5 questions were for error detection, guys. So you had to basically read the sentence, and you had to detect the error in the sentence. Then there were sentence improvement questions. So there was a sentence given to you, and there was some part which was given in bold, and for the bold part you had to find the correct improvement out of the given options. So I think there were 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 questions were based on, I think 6 questions were based on sentence improvement. And then again, they had given error detection questions, guys. But it was a bit different. I mean, previously they had given only 1 sentence. In these questions, they had given you 5 sentences, A, B, C, D, and there was an option Four sentences were given. There was an option all correct. So out of these four options, you had to find which sentence had error in it. So it is again finding the error, but I think there were more than one sentence. So this obviously will consume a lot of time. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I think these four questions were for finding the error, right? Again, error detection. That's what I was talking about, guys. 15 questions are basically asked from grammatical part, and then rest 10 questions were based on your cloze test. That is fill in the blanks. Now, when you look at the cloze test, there is a paragraph or a passage given to you, and in the passage there are 10 blanks that were given to you, which were marked, and then after these blanks, now you were given choices. You were given 5 blanks to choose from, like these. And you had to choose the right word. Now, many students believe that cloze test is only based on vocabulary or only based on comprehension. No, cloze test is basically an amalgamation of understanding of grammar as well as sentence structure, along with understanding of vocabulary as well. So it's a it's an amalgamation of all the skills. So this was the kind of paper that NABARD usually throws at you in the exam, guys. So from from looking at the paper, we can understand that there are 25 questions which are basically based on reading comprehension, then cloze test, and then third is your rearrangement, or what we call parajumbles, right? And the rest 15 questions will be based on your grammar. Now in grammar, you will have error detection. Now you will also have sentence improvement. And then there may be some different type of miscellaneous questions, as I told you, which he will obviously put in some some way to test your grammar, right? So this is the basic breakdown of this paper, guys, and that's what NABARD has been following ever since. I mean, that's what we have observed. There are usually 25 questions based on comprehension part and 15 questions based on grammar part. This is the exact type of language that you can see, Pallavi. This is the paper that was given to the students in 2018. So this will be the level of language, as you can see in this paper, right? Now, guys, now let me tell you year-wise cutoff. So there are 40 questions, and 40 questions weigh for 40 marks. So now I'll tell you the year-wise cutoff for the previous years for only English, guys. Please do remember that. So in 2017, out of 40, the cutoff was 6.5 marks out of 40. In 2018, it was 13.25 out of 40. Then in 2019, it was 10.75 out of 40. And in 2020, it was 8.5 out of 40. So guys, this is the sectional cutoff that is usually that they ask for English. So somewhat around 10, 12, 15 marks is ample to crack this cutoff, but we are not aiming for this, guys, because the actual cutoff that ranges up to ranges are somewhat around 100 or more than 100. So scoring 10, 12 marks in English will not get you to that aggregate cutoff. So our aim out of 40 is to be at least scoring more than 28 or 29 marks. That should be our aim, because and that's where I understand that you only score 29 or more than 28 marks within 25 minutes. So that is the catch here, because you have limited time. So you cannot just go on splurging and spending 1 hour for English. You can't do that. So you have to balance the time. 25 minutes for English, then 15 minutes for ARD, 15 minutes for ESI. So if you are done with the major chunk of the paper in within 55 minutes or 1 hour, then it will be very easy for you to do the rest part, which is quantitative aptitude, reasoning ability, general awareness, and computer knowledge. Now you can do that part in 1 hour, but you must finish these three verticals within 55 minutes to 1 hour. Right, guys? So that is the sectional cutoff English usually has. So you don't need to worry about such a low cutoff for English, but what we should be aiming at is scoring as much as possible in this section, because English can be very scoring, guys. And you can see the level of questions, they are also not very difficult. Right? We discussed this paper in one of the sessions which I took on, I think on Monday. There was a session wherein I discussed few questions from this paper, and students felt that okay, questions, they seem very difficult, but they are not actually very difficult. It's actually the pressure of the paper that's what more that's what is more disturbing to the students, that cracks you under pressure. So we have to be working towards that ideology, right? To prepare and keeping everything in our head that okay, this is our strategy. So if within first 10 to within first 10 minutes, I'll be done with my grammatical part, grammatical error detection and sentence improvement. And then the next 15 minutes, I'll try to finish off my rearrangement, close test, and as many questions from reading comprehension as possible, right? So guys, now let's come to the key areas for preparation of this exam. First of all, you need to work towards your grammatical accuracy, because unless you are damn sure about the error, you'll not be able to score. And you obviously know there is negative marking in this paper, so every wrong answer will cost you marks. So you have to have grammatical accuracy. That's the first area of first area of focus that you need to work towards. Second is comprehension ability. So for this guy, you need to have a reading habit. So start reading newspapers, start reading editorials every day, so that you are up to date with your current affairs as well. At the same time, you also develop a good comprehension ability and reading speed at the same time. So second key area to focus is comprehension ability. The third is vocabulary. You must control your vocabulary. You should be well versed with vocabulary, because if you really wish to score well, you should have a good command over vocabulary. Good words will be used, and some tricky or difficult words will be used in the paper, and you should be up to the level of this paper. So as you read editorials or newspapers, do remember to note down new words that you come across and mark them down in your notes with their meanings, right? And last is efficiency and accuracy. Now, after you have covered all the above three verticals, grammatical accuracy, comprehension ability, and vocabulary, then we can work towards efficiency and accuracy. And how many questions are we able to solve in 25 minutes, and how accurately are we able to do so? Right, guys? So these are the key areas of focus for this exam. Now guys, in the end, how we help you in preparation. Now in our course, we have provided you concept-wise video of each and every topic that is covered in grammar, starting from structure of a sentence, then subject verb agreement, noun, pronoun, tenses, modals, conditional sentences, then conjunction, preposition, complex preposition, phrasal verbs, adjective, intensifiers, determiners, adverbs, so active, passive. So all these grammatical topics have been covered in the course. Within these videos, you'll understand the concepts behind the rules. So you won't have to cram the rules per se given in any book. We have taught everything on the basis of concept behind the rule. So you'll get concept-wise videos of each and every topic. And along with that, we have also covered close test, rearrangement, and reading comprehension as well, undoubtedly. Second is in this course, we have included previous year questions so that you can practice on the level of on the type of questions that were given to the students in the previous year. So that will give you a good idea or good insight into your preparation. Third, we have topic-wise quizzes for practice. So for each and every topic, we have also separately provided quizzes so that you can practice on your own and get to understand where we need to work upon and what area we need to focus. right? And then there is obviously the discussion forum that we have. You can ask us questions or any doubts or any queries if you have, and we'll be more than happy to support you with your queries or your doubts. Right, guys? So that was the preparation strategy for this paper, guys. Now, if you have any doubts or if you have any questions now, please do ask your questions now. Guys, I'll be more than happy to help you out with in any way possible. Yes, guys, any other doubt? And guys, if you have not liked the session, that's not fair. Guys, we come up with so much material. It takes a lot of input to prepare all this, the input that we put for you. So at least you can do is like the session and share it. And guys, if you have any doubts, please do ask. All right. Should we start descriptive preparation in phase 1? Yes. Sonali, if you are looking towards the big goal, yes, you should start preparing for your descriptive English as well, because it's a game changer. It's a key, it's a key player in your phase 2 descriptive English. That's quite important. So you should start, writing précis here and there, making essays, one or two essay every alternate day. You should start doing that. 1 hour every day is enough for that, Sonali, for descriptive English. Yes, that's enough for IBACIO. IBACIO is it's a bit easier than NABARD, Sagar. The level of question in IBACI is it's a bit easier than NABARD. So yes, if you prepare for this, you'll be ready for that. Yes, it is enough. Yes, guys. So any further doubts or any queries? So guys, if you wish to contact us for anything, this is our contact number 81462072441, and this is the email ID. You can also drop us an email at hello@edutap.co.in. Help RC, yes, we will provide you help, Nayan. For articles, Nayan, there is PRS, Live Mint, I think PBS. These are few websites where you will find good articles. PBS, PRS, and Live Mint. These are some good websites where you'll find good articles. Right, Nayan? All right, guys. So thank you so much for joining in the session, and I hope your preparations go well in the future. And let us know if we can be of any help to you in any regard whatsoever possible. Right? So thank you so much. Good newspapers, Shakil, would be, I think, the Economic Times or the Business Standard, if you're talking about hard copy, or the Hindu. These three are good newspapers, the Economic Times or the Business Standard or the Hindu. You can choose any of these. Or if you want to go for online articles, then Live Mint is there, PRS is there, PBS is there. Right. All right. So thank you so much for joining in the session, guys, and do like the session if you found it useful. Do share it with anyone else who's preparing for this paper. He may get benefited out of it, right? All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. And I wish you all the very best for your endeavors in life. And let's keep up the good work, guys. Right? So thank you so much and take care. Happy learning to all of you, guys.